everybody, it's Anika from Ryan Foster and Alternative Products, and I'm here with Pam Stroggins, and she came up from New York to get her hair done. And one of the things that she said to me was that she hasn't found anybody in New York that's able to do her hair the way that we do, and making their own products and getting it as straight as that we can get it here at Ryan Foster using our products. So today I used a dime size of straightaway souffle, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get Pam's texture. She has about 5 inches. It's a nice spongy texture. It actually feels fine. It doesn't feel as thick as what it looks like, but she's tired of wearing it curly for a second, wants to see something different to be able to get it straight and show a different style. So hope you like the video. Yay! Dime size of straightaway, 9-row rust brush, Fabulous Ceramic Pro dryer, and here we go.
I haven't seen that in a while.
If you notice, it's not blow dry. You leave the blow dryer facing towards her scalp. I'm pointing it up and directing it into the brush. And I'm using the brush to add tension as I'm blow drying to pull the roots straight at the same time. It's the key to actually blow drying the hair perfectly straight. You have to use a brush that's able to pull the roots while you're drying. And this brush gives me just enough tension so that while I'm adding the air, you're not allowing the ends to just straighten and the roots to ball up. So it pulls it straight at the same time and gives you that tension that you need to get to the root. So if you're using a comb attachment on a length like this, and you don't have a brush like this, you have to pull the texture of the hair as you're going. So if I had a comb attachment, I would be pulling the hair at the same time to stretch it out. And that would be the replacement for your brush.
Okay. But is this better? This is better.
Well, this is quicker.
Okay.
It's more efficient. It's much quicker, especially as a stylist using it like this. But if you're a client, when you're doing your own hair, you're going to say, I can't grip my roots with a brush. Right.
Okay.
And I can't, get the leverage that I need. So the best thing is to have a comb attachment. I always suggest a Willie Morrow comb attachment. I'll show you guys what that looks like momentarily.
Where do they sell that?
You can get it online. They're about $20, $18. Find it right online. It's at Willie Morrow's website. We post it on our Facebook all the time, the information for it. It's in my notes. If you need some information about the comb attachment, it's a really simple process to do this. So right now, I'm just pulling the texture straight, getting the curls pulled out as much as possible so that I can have some leverage to be able to use the comb attachment. So you'll actually see me go over this with the comb attachment to make sure that I get that flip-floppy, chin-straight finish to the texture, But doing it like this allows me to blow dry without using so much heat. I'm not burning.
Right.
I'm not, you putting way too much heat, way too much pressure. I'm not going to need to press, but it still is going to give me body. And that's the one thing I'm always looking for is body in my finishes. I don't want them to be waxy, way down. We don't use hairspray. We don't use, finishers or anything like that, oil sheens. So the texture of the blow dry is the most important part. So in every direction, you want to make sure that you're grabbing the hair and pulling it. So as I get along the edge, you'll still notice I'm not putting the dryer towards her scalp. I'm putting it in the brush. I'm going to come behind so you can actually see me while I'm doing this. I'm just lifting the section up that I'm in. And you can move the hair out the way so you can really see if there's any area that you've missed. And just take it in sections, small sections, and work around the head. Don't try to tackle the whole thing at once. It becomes a massive amount of hair that's out of control and you don't know where to start or don't know where to finish. So if you work kind of in a system all the way around the head, it makes it much easier to find out what you have to still do, what's not straight enough. Huh?
I feel lighter.
Good. She says she feels lighter. So that's our whole goal with this process. And this is a very painless experience to get your hair blown out. This shouldn't be something that, is causing you a problem. Yeah. And the great part about blow drying your hair and getting it straight without a relaxer is, when you have those hot days or it's the summertime or you're exercising and you don't necessarily want to still be straight or have the time to maintain a straight look, wanting to really avoid that heat after you've already gotten it done, you can wet it and you can put our product tendril in the hair and twist it up or let it air dry, and it shows every beautiful curl that you have in your hair without, feeling like you've risked it to just blow drying this out. So she's going to feel like she has a lot of flexibility, and that's why I call this system a texture diversity system. Because you want to be able to go back and forth between your natural textures and completely straight looks. So now that we've stretched this out as much as we need to with the brush, and I know her roots are at least straight, we're going to get it nice and smooth with the comb attachment to make sure I get, like I said, that flip-floppy texture. So that was a nice quick blow dry, and that was 7 minutes for that. And let's put the comb attachment on to give it some control.
I can rock it.
You said you can rock your blowout? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, slide this on.
7 minutes?
Yeah, that was 7 minutes. Slide the comb attachment on. And I'm still adding tension to the hair. I'm grabbing each section that I'm blow drying. And I'm pulling and I'm using my hand to smooth it out. Your hand is like the cool down, and it seals the cuticle to make it smoother. If you're not using your hand, the hair is just going to be adding all that extra heat to it. It's not really going to be doing anything. I know it burns as you're going on your hand, but you kind of get past that when you're trying to get it straight. The most important part is just getting the hair straight. So in every direction, blow dry, and she hasn't had a trim yet, so trimming the end will be really important to getting that silky finish that she needs once we're curling. So I'm going to trim quickly. I'm not trying to cut any of the length off. After we trim, I'll do a dry wrap. So if you just had to go in and curl this, she would lay nicely It would be nice and soft. And is this the first time you've gotten it straightened since you grew this amount out? Or this is the second time?
Second time in 15 months.
Okay, so you know what that natural hair texture would normally feel like for the first blow dry.
Oh.
So it's really important to make sure that your blow dry is completely straight to the roots. It's very important. Otherwise, you're going to spend your time trying to press, and what's going to happen is you press the natural curl pattern right out the hair. So it just should be one little swipe through just to be able to create the look. I'm just going to go around, make sure I just snip the ends, get the splits off, because she typically wears her hair curly and twisted. So I'm not trying to make her lose length because the point is to grow out. Yes. There's nothing worse than going in for a trim and coming out with a haircut.
Right.
So.
But how often? I mean, I haven't had a trim
in forever?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, a trim, it depends on what you're doing. So if you're blowing out your hair consistently every 2 weeks, I would say every 6 to 8 weeks you at least need to be in the chair getting a trim. And that's because you're putting heat on it, you're blowing up the cuticle, you're opening and closing your cuticle, you're going to have some split using the dryer. But even when you're twisting, you know, there's still that time when you're combing through with the comb while it's wet and you get those snags and you have those little pieces, you know, that break off on the end. So I would say maybe every 10 to 12 weeks if you're twisting most of the time, and if you're blowing out every 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. So it just depends. If you have color in your hair and it's permanent, you probably will be trimming a little bit more often just because color always dries the texture out. I don't care what kind of conditioner, serum, whatever you put in your hair, it's constantly going to, you know, break off. That's just what color does. It sheds, it opens up on the ends, and it frays the ends really bad. So keep up on your trims very regularly. And also remember, conditioner does nothing, especially when you're putting it on after you shampoo. It has emulsifying wax. So the emulsifying wax gives you the illusion or the feeling of my hair is healthier. It helps you get through the blow dry, the comb out process, and everything else. But really, it's just burning off while you're blow drying, and it's just, you know, a wax that helps you comb through the hair. So you want to concentrate on conditioning the hair before you're actually shampooing, and it's about conditioning your scalp. So realize there's no blood running through the ends of your hair. So you really want to control it from the scalp, how it grows out. You know, really moisturize your scalp. Stay on top of that. Don't avoid moisture to your scalp. For you ladies that, you know, say, oh, I can't put oil in my hair, it makes it look, you know, weighed down and thin. It's time to try a natural style. It's time to try a twist out, you know, that you can put moisture in, because you really have to baby your scalp. If you're not taking care of that, nothing else is going to be healthy. And you want to get the maximum amount of growth out of your hair.
So that's what she did before she washed me.
Yes,
she
absolutely.
Put conditioner in my hair and then put a bag on and put me under the dryer.
Right. So if you had to do your conditioning treatment at home, so that you don't have to go out and buy new products, what I would suggest you do is take equal parts of any conditioner that you have in your shower or in your closet and mix equal parts of honey and olive oil to it. Stir it all up till it's one texture, and then run it through your hair, massage it in your scalp, make sure you get it all through, comb it through, put a plastic cap on, sit under the dryer for about 20 minutes, and if you don't have a sit under dryer at home, then I would suggest you wrap your hair up in a towel. You can warm it up in the microwave, wrap it around your hair, and walk around your house for about an hour, get some chores done, come back, and shampoo it. When you want to shampoo, you want to choose a sodium lauryl sulfate-free shampoos. This is all the trim she needed. Okay, so we got all the dead ends up. And when I shampoo 4 times. So let me tell you why, because I know that seems like it's much. But number one, the first time you get your hair shampoo is really just to break down the oils that are left on your hair. Second time is to really start working on getting on what's in the scalp. Third time, make sure all the stuff that you had in your scalp is rinsed completely off the hair. That last one is to ensure the best smell possible. We don't really have a scent to our shampoo. We add, you know, essential oils in it just to give it a nice fragrance, but it's not a detergent-like shampoo. Not something that's very stripping. So
We don't want to use a lot of products because we don't want to create smells and everything else. So you want to avoid stuff that has a lot of heavy scent to it. That way you don't fucking have to use such harsh stuff to remove it. And you know,
my hair was squeaky.
Yeah, you want the squeaky feel, so you get a very fresh, airy feel. So this is another little smear more of product. I'm going to use that. I'm sorry. Oh, you normally use it. Yeah, we got to stop being so heavy-handed with product, you guys. It's not, you know, going to go anywhere. We don't need what we think we need. We need just a little bit of product. So I'm going to re-blow dry this to lay this down. Comb attachment. And again, it's totally different feeling on the ends because before, when we blow dry, it feels straight and it's soft, but this just kind of seals it in and gives it a completely different, smoother feeling. After I do this, I put a drop of olive oil and dry wrap her for about 10 minutes under the dryer. Once I do that, I'm ready to curl, and she can be on her way back to New York and making her train on time. She said I only had an hour. So I got to make sure I get all this done. And we're now on 16 minutes.
Wow.
I've done a haircut, a blowout, and now we're laying her down. Left or right? Which way do you wear your hair?
Yeah, this way.
Okay, not a problem.
Just like you got it.
Okay. So this is my version I call a boy brush. It's a double-sided brush. One side is soft, one side is hard. So the hard side I'm going to use to move the hair around to give me some control and lay everything down. And the soft side I'm going to use to smooth it right before I put my sandwich strip on to get the most out of the lay down so it's nice and smooth. Bring some natural shine in as well. Make sure all those little pieces are here. So I just flipped the brush. Now I'm going over it with the softer side to make sure everything is laying in there. This is the hard side so I can get it behind her ear. Smooth side so I can lay it down.
Yeah, that hard side is no joke.
Yeah.
That was a little exfoliation too.
Yeah.
Where do you find that?
I can find that at the local beauty supply stores. Most, neighborhood stores have them. No special order. Let's find some sandwich. That would be nice. Okay, so these are Rapid Junior styling strips. And we'll use a couple of these. I'm not going to put the olive on. I'm sorry, I'll put that on right after I take her out. You can hold your sides for me. Thank you. Typically, I put the olive on before I do this process just because if it feels like it's a little dry, I would want to use it just that it kind of seals the oil in while she's under the dryer. But she feels great to me, so I don't think it's going to be necessary. So I'm on my 4th strip. So if you're at home doing this yourself and you can't tie your sandwich strip on yourself, you can do this just with tying your regular silk scarf, satin scarf on your head, tie it up, walk around your house for about an hour or half an hour. You want your body heat to really warm this up and make it mold to the shape of your head. And what this does is keep your styles from looking goofy. We get this first little blowout and we have our little tweeny afros and we're trying to make it look sleek. You blow out the natural texture and it's like, poof. And you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? All right, so you see we're going to come on over here to the dryer. I'm going to set it for 10 minutes. We'll process and come back to just getting her hair curled. Now, I really would like to talk to you guys about choosing healthier options for your hair texture. If you're constantly putting heat in your hair as your option for hairstyling service, you're going to lose your curl pattern. I don't care whether you're using my products, if you're using somebody else's product. The main part about texture diversity is really embracing your natural curl. You have to really embrace getting twist outs, trying something different. Twist outs last through exercise, the summer, those great nights that you just need to sweat. Other times when it's just menopause or anything else that could be going on and you're worrying about how am I going to deal with my hair if I have to sweat out, what if I'm getting in the shower and my hair sweats. And natural styles are beautiful. There's so many different textures of natural and we can create that by doing 2-strand twists, by doing coils, by doing flat twists. It just depends on the finish that you're looking for. avoid products that are telling you need gobs and gobs and gobs of product. What happens is that it creates this really heavy buildup. It dries your hair out with all the alcohol, with all the silicones, with all the different ingredients that's inside of them, and it weighs your hair down, and you constantly have to re-wet them. Like maybe every 3 days, it leaves like the sticky feeling. It doesn't feel great to run your hands through. You want something that's airy, light, and fresh. And by the time it's time to come back to shampoo, you don't feel like you have to use these strippy things to make it, you know, perfect for the next style. So if I had a twist out the week before, now with a blow dry, I don't want to have to spend, you know, 3 hours just trying to get my hair clean because I have beeswax, mineral oil, coconut oil, everything else. And stop listening to people to tell you to put coconut oil in your hair. Coconut oil, when you go out into the cold, coconut oil gets hard. If you look at it in a jar, when it's cold in the room, it's solid. When it's warm in the room, it's loose. So you always have to keep it at like room temperature or warm temperature. If it's cold outside, it's going to solidify. And it does the same thing in your hair. It makes it hard just with the change of weather. So really be careful about that. I'm not knocking anybody else's product or the way to do hair, but, you know, really be conscious about what you're putting on your hair. But choose natural styles that are twisted out, that are, you know, really protective to your hair. If you let your hair just air dry, a lot of times the curl pattern will dry out and it will have a tendency to shed a little bit more because it's not in a, almost like what a roller would do for you or a rod set would do for you. You need to have some type of shape and form to each curl to get the maximum protection out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll come back with some finish up pictures that I'll repost again after this. This is the 5th or the 6th. What's today's date? April 6th. So look for our next post on April 6th. It'll be today. I'll post the last of the final, you know, me styling and me finishing up with the hairstyle. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is Anika Thompson signing out from Alternative, well, it's ALT Hair Care now. ALT Hair Care and Ryan Foster. We're at 1517 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia. We're right on Girard Avenue at a red door brownstone, right across from the Guardian Civic League. We would love to see you. We're here Wednesday through Sunday. You can buy the products from us. Stylists, you get great discounts. If you want to buy wholesale, great discounts. Can't beat it. Just please support. All right, thanks you guys. Take it easy.